Morning, everybody, on this great Thursday afternoon. It's Gabriel's Taking. I'm Gabe.
With my woes.
Yeah, and this is Ron. Today we got a nice little slate for you guys. Topics. First, I'm start off by saying this. Today I was on Instagram, yesterday rather, and I saw your boy Floyd Money Making Mayweather. I don't know his whole nickname. I know he got the money team in Ray J, and they got goons. My man was raining mid-range jumpers.
Booty goons. Ray J has booty goons. He will get the booty goons on you. You ever see that video?
I did, and I heard the video on.
We'll get the booty. He literally said the booty goons.
What are booty guns?
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, go ahead. Are they like booty warriors? But yeah, your boy, they showed your boy in this expedition to LA or whatever. Man was hitting jumpers like it was no other. I really think Lakers can use him next year.
I mean, he's got to be better than Jordan Clarkson, right?
I feel like this season, if he was to come back or get signed by Lakers and they sign Dragic, watch out. Bottom 8 seed in the Western Conference playoffs. Yeah. I feel they can make a run.
They can get mollywopped by OKC or.
And I feel like maybe if Moses came back from the dead, he might be able to help too.
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, so let's get into All right, back to our NBA. Yeah, my man's. Now, everybody know I'm a big New York Knicks fan. I'm a big Melo fan. Melo is shutting it down. Now, this is where I have a problem. He waits till after the All-Star game to say he's going to have season-ending knee surgery.
Yep.
Did you see him in the All-Star game?
Maybe he wanted to get that extra check. You know, if you win the All-Star game, you get a check.
But they didn't win at all.
No, they didn't.
Russell Westbrook did his thing and said no. But, yeah. I just don't. The second player in NBA history to ever play an All-Star game and not play the rest of the season. Magic Johnson did it, but he had AIDS. I mean, you got AIDS. I mean, of course you're not gonna play. Well, Melo, what's wrong with you? Your knee? Don't play an All-Star game, man. Yeah. Sit yourself down. Yeah, it was in New York. Okay, but you had 2 months or a month prior to that when you wasn't playing, or your team was playing so bad, you could have had surgery then and been rehabbing and been ready to go. If not by the end of the season to test it out, but be ready to go training camp 100%. No questions asked. I got a problem with that, man. That's just, it's unethical to me as a fan to watch you play an All-Star game and look as bad as you did, as horrible as you did, and then say after the game, oh, I'm going to just have surgery now.
Yeah, I mean, that's Melo, right?
No,
that's Melo.
What do you expect?
That's what Melo does.
That's not what he does. Melo
is
clearly a professional and a scholar and a man of his word. He stayed in New York, didn't he?
What does that have to do? What?
It has a lot
of money.
But we don't know that.
Yes, we do know that.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Did he say that?
Did he sign a contract?
But did he say it was for the money? Did it come out of his mouth? I'm staying for the money.
It's not what you say. It's what you do.
Then what did he do?
Give me the bread. Give me all the bread.
I would have signed the contract too, but
I would have too. But I mean, let's not act like Melo's out here worried about winning.
They had so many different changes in the front office. He felt like it was going in a good direction. Why not stay?
What was his good direction?
Phil Jackson and Derek Fisher.
They got Jose Calderon, and
he was a great player in Spain. About 5
His nickname is the Pig Farmer. You really think a guy that calls himself the Pig Farmer is going to take you to the promised land?
I don't think anybody calls him that.
He farms pigs. Look it up. Google it. Get this guy out of here, man. Get him out of here.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that was bad for me to just bring it up. But, Melo, my take is you're dumb. You should have been set out. I feel like that was selfish of you to want to play an All-Star game.
Sat out, not set out, because it'd be kind of weird if you got set out. Go ahead.
Well, Clutch Plant, you talked to KG. He said, well, never mind.
Whoa.
Never mind. I'm just going to say Cheerios, and that's all I'm about to say on that. Y'all saw the tape, but hey, like Lala, I love you. We're going to kick the big part off, though. NBA trade deadline ends today at 3 p.m. And a lot's been going on right now. Other than that Dragic saga that's been happening over the last couple days. Reggie Jackson is saying he wants out now. We got the Denver Nuggets basically trying to move their whole roster if they could, and a litany of players on the chopping block. You got who else? Boston's trying to move a lot of guys. They got a lot of picks they can move, so it's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. But until 3 p.m., nothing's really set in stone. Yeah. Like that whole Reggie Jackson thing. He wants out now. I feel like he does. I think he should be a starter in the league somewhere.
Yeah, but it's not like, I don't know, how far can Reggie Jackson take you? Like, has Reggie Jackson shown that he has all-star potential.
Did Eric Bledsoe show that?
Eric Bledsoe hasn't been all-star.
But I'm saying though, but neither had Reggie Jackson. But when Chris Paul was out and Eric Bledsoe was starting, he put up decent numbers. I.e. Reggie Jackson when Russell was out.
I guess what I'm really trying to say is I wouldn't mortgage the farm to get Reggie Jackson. And I would not give him a max deal. I wouldn't give him close to a max deal.
Did Eric Bledsoe get a max deal? He got something new.
He got the max for what he could get, yes, or very close to it.
Reggie's trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, but I would rather have Eric Bledsoe than Reggie Jackson.
I agree.
Just because athletically,
I agree.
What he brings to the table or whatever.
He's shown flashes of, I don't say greatness, but flashes. He can be a consistent starting point guard in the league.
This is all I'm going to say about Reggie Jackson and Eric Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe's nickname is Mini LeBron.
Yes.
What's Reggie Jackson's nickname?
Bobby Shmurda.
Case closed.
Hey,
Case closed.
Listen. Bobby, if you listen, I like your music. I don't want you to run up on me or nothing because, I know you about that life.
I think he's in jail. He might not be running up
on anybody for a long
time.
Hey, man. Or, I don't know. But yeah, Reggie Jackson, I feel like, could possibly be a starter in the league. I feel like he deserves
He could definitely be a starter.
Shot.
He could definitely be a starter.
You definitely seen when Russell was out. He didn't pretty much do anything too great, but he was solid. Yeah. And that's all you can ask from a starting point guard in the league. I mean, if George Hill is starting, I think Reggie Jackson can start too.
That's a great point.
In my opinion.
That's a great point.
What's a possible destination you can see Reggie maybe going?
I don't know. There's so many really good point guards in the league. It seems like he would almost have to go like to a bad team. So it's like, do you really want to leave a good situation like OKC to go to a bad team? I guess it depends on what you prioritize.
Could you maybe see him in Denver if maybe OKC makes a trade?
Possibly,
for
I could see him in. I could see a team like Sacramento paying him. Opening up the wallet.
Who's Sacramento guard right now?
Darren Collison's their starting point guard. Darren Collison. So, I think Reggie Jackson's
an upgrade. I definitely agree. He's an upgrade.
So
athletically and just overall point guard, he's an upgrade. Darren Collison had a good few years back. A while ago, but right now he's not cutting it.
Yeah.
Okay. How about, I've heard a lot of chatter about Jameer Nelson maybe moving, and maybe the Cleveland Cavaliers see him as a backup point guard behind Kyrie. Because your boy Deli, Austin Carr, you do a horrible job at pumping him up because he sucks.
A Deli trade.
What's his first name? I don't even know. Matthew Dellavedova is the worst backup point guard in the NBA.
Or as some people say, Matthew Dellavedova.
I was not expecting that. Listen, I really feel like that if the Cavs were to maybe package Brandon Haywood in his expiring contract and maybe a pick, maybe a second round pick, I think they might bite.
I think Brandon Haywood reminds me of the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. When I see Brandon Haywood, I don't think his knees bend. I don't think his elbows bend.
I have a soft spot for people with bad knees, so
yeah, you do. He's had bad news.
Keep doing
bad
your thing,
since
man.
He was 6.
That's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. Brandon Haywood, keep doing your thing, but I really feel like if the Cavaliers management somehow made this move, I think it'd be good for the playoff.
Absolutely. I mean, Jameer Nelson is a solid veteran.
He's been to the playoffs.
He's a shooter.
With Orlando.
I think he's an upgrade over Dellavedova. I think it would be a good move.
I really do, and he's a point guard.
As long as you don't have to give up, I don't know what it would take to get him, but.
Well, he doesn't want to be there. I think he's in where is he at? He's not in Boston. Is he in Denver right now?
We don't know.
I really don't care where he is. I just
that's not important. We just know he should be on the Cavs. That's the most important thing.
I feel like that'd be a great playoff push for the Cavs, in my opinion. If somehow we can get him, and come playoff time, Kyrie's having a good spark off the bench with JR, with Iman. That's 3 guys right there. You can start 1, 2, 3 right there.
Yeah.
With Tristan.
Yeah.
If it could happen, I like it. I really wish maybe that could come to fruition today before 3 p.m. So we'll see. Back to this Dragic thing. He wants out, i.e. just like Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Houston, Indiana, and Boston are 3 teams I feel like. Well, Houston in particular, that if he went to, it'd be a great upgrade for them. Because Patrick Beverley, as ugly as he is, does not need to be a starting point guard in the league.
Did you see the comments today that Dragic made about the Suns organization? Basically, he's upset that they brought in Isaiah Thomas. They brought in Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
And then they turned around and drafted Tyler Ennis.
Yes.
And they have Archie Goodwin. They literally have 5 pointers on
that
their
is
team.
ridiculous.
So Dragic came out today and said that he doesn't trust the front office. Obviously he doesn't like the situation. I feel like the Suns are like that guy that like has a girl, but they somehow thought that like they could do better, so they were like, you know what, this is a girl over here, she looks pretty good, I'm gonna take her out. But then like your girl ends up finding out, and then like
she gets salty.
The other girl that you took out finds out too, so you lost both of them. I feel like that's the Suns situation right now because Dragic is leaving.
Yes.
Your girlfriend's leaving.
Yeah.
And the side chick,
and
Isaiah Thomas, you were trying to get rid of her, and you know now you got a bad situation. You got a bad situation with him too.
Exactly. And Dragic wanted to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, third NBA All-Team last year.
Yeah.
Which is a great in my opinion. I mean, that's 15 players in the league right there, and you're one of those 15 out of what 200 some guys, 300 some guys. So you had a good year.
Yeah.
And then they bring in these, like you said, these two other a rookie they draft, and then you bring in Isaiah Thomas, who was also a starter in the same conference as you, and you pay him that money. Come on, man. I would feel a little betrayed too.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
I feel like maybe if they can work some out with Houston, because then it kind of works out for Suns too, because then they get what's that guy? Valanciunas. What's his name?
Montezunas.
Montezunas isn't that bad. You know, a bad fit for them. For the Suns, player. I mean, they like you say, the Suns already got all these point guards, so they're not gonna miss him if he's not there. Because they're not playing him anyway. He's not really getting a lot of touches, as he likes to call it, because he wants to be part of the offense. And being in Houston, he might not have to shoot as much because you got James Harden and Trevor Ariza out there and Corey Brewer that can throw it up. And Jason Terry, they like to throw it up.
Yeah.
But he'll gladly be starter because he knows they have chances to win a championship.
Yeah.
So
and Dragic, you got to remember, Dragic, I believe when he first came in the league with Phoenix, who was he playing behind? Steve Nash. So he, came up seeing Steve Nash be like the maestro. Everything went through Nash, and he kind of seems like he wants to do the same thing. You can't fault him for it because he's proven that he can carry the load.
Yeah, and I feel like in Houston it'll work out for him.
Yeah.
If that can happen, I would like that. I got my stamp of approval on that. My take on that is I feel like if Houston can maybe grab Goran Dragic, that'd be a really good push for them come playoff time. Huge for them. Especially, and if you want, you can move Beverly to the bench because he's still going to be a defensive stopper and a spark plug off the bench. We've seen he can go off maybe 16, 15 points in the game. They don't ask that much of him, but he can do it in a second string role. So that's a good little mix up for them.
Yeah.
Also, staying with the trade deadline, how about Wilson Chandler and Flalo in Denver right now? They're looking to get moved. Now, mind you, Denver's trying to get rid of everybody other than that center they got, Nukovic. Can't really pronounce his name. But Nikovic or whatever. They're even trying to get rid of Lawson, Fareed, who just signed this major contract last year. But I feel like Wilson and Flalo are the two best pieces other teams look at and want to have on their roster, especially Flalo.
Yeah.
We've seen he can lead his team in scoring, and I feel like maybe if he went to OKC.
Yeah, Flalo will be a good complementary piece. He's one of those guys that
I thought he could fit in.
He's kind of like a glue guy, right? He's going to always find ways to contribute. So any team that's a contender or wants to be a contender, they could definitely use his services.
I mean, the man can shoot the ball. We've seen that all through his career. He's definitely a good defender.
Yeah.
I mean, that's evident, and most teams need that, especially off the bench.
Yeah.
A guy can come in who he knows his role.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to dribble a lot. All he does is sit in the corner and wait for you to kick it to him. And on defense, he's going to do his job.
Yeah.
He's going to funnel guys where you need to funnel them. He's going to play straight up D. He doesn't need a lot of help. Kind of a la like maybe a Raja Bell type guy who could maybe shoot the corner three and could play D. Especially in a playoff team. And OKC isn't. I think they're going to make a move. They're going to go for broke right now.
They have
because
KD can leave.
KD can leave after next year. He wants to see that they're making improvements to win a championship.
Yeah.
If they don't make the playoffs this year, that's really going to be a big push for him going out the door.
Absolutely.
Because Washington's calling. Russ in 2017 could leave. Yes. And I don't know if anybody's seen the photo Snoop Dogg posted of Russ in the LA jersey after that monstrous game he had All-Star weekend. I like Russ in LA too, if you're an LA fan, but I like Russ in OKC because him and KD, they do work.
Snoop Dogg wears bonnets. I don't care about anything Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg is an OG in the game. If he wanted to wear a skirt, I mean, I really would condone it, but I mean that's Kanye West wears dresses, bro. Yeezus wears dresses, and y'all still rock with him.
What is wrong with you?
He makes good music. Snoop still make good music.
When was the last Snoop Dogg song you heard?
That's not where I was going with it.
How's he making music? Let's do it. You
still listen to old Jay-Z albums?
Jay-Z is the greatest rapper of all time.
That's probably a bad analogy. All right, so Wilson Chandler.
Yes.
Mind you, I like Wilson Chandler. He has size. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds pretty well in his position. I don't know where maybe he might, as a playoff team, that might really could use his services. Looking through the West, they're all pretty stacked at that three tweener 4 position.
Yeah.
Phoenix has one of the best tweeners right now in the game with one of the Morris twins.
I think Markieff.
Yeah, so I don't know where he might fit. I mean, maybe Boston might try and grab him in a rebuilding mode, just as a piece to have to trade later in the year, later next year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope it works out for him because, like I said, Denver, they had that last year. They had 2 years ago. They went to the playoffs and did their thing in the first round. But Brian Shaw, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
B Knuckle.
You're doing a horrible job.
About to get fired, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Maybe you can come on the podcast after that.
Checking the food. That's Brian Shaw. Checking the food. Yeah, Brian Shaw. If you watch this and you catch it, yeah, we would definitely love to have you. You can talk.
You ain't about to be doing that next year, anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
why not?
I mean, shit. You got an extra chair. we can make room for your big dog. But yeah, so we'll see how the trade deadline works out. Next pod we'll have you guys posted on where everybody's going, where everybody's at. Then the effect of the year for that team. So, but now we're gonna get into it. The NBA playoffs. We're on the last 4 teams in the Western Conference. All right, we already went through everybody else. We start off today with Dallas. Dallas is 36-19 right now. Dirk is still doing this thing. He's contemplating retiring.
He's not gonna do that.
But he said it's easy for him to sit in the corner and shoot 3. So I don't see him retiring anytime soon. But
Dude, Dirk still got that black chick?
no, dude, she burned his house. She tried.
Really?
No, not burned his house. That was Reggie Miller. She got deported. She had a fake ID. That wasn't her. A couple years ago. You don't remember that?
Nah.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Dirk went through this whole thing where the chick his fiance at the time really wasn't her name. Whoever Dirk knew her as, she was somebody else, and it didn't work out for him. I'm sorry, Dirk. She was alright looking. You need to stick to them German women, man. These black chicks ain't good for you, bro. I love my black women, don't get me wrong. But Dirk, they not for you. They stick to what you know. That's Germany women. But Dallas, I liked them in that first round. But I mean, Rondo was a really big addition, and he's helping them out. Monte, it doesn't really seem to be affecting Monte in the bad, because everybody thought he would take away from his shots. Rondo would, but Ellis is working out.
Yeah.
And they just signed Amari. Amari's official. Amari Stoudemire is a Dallas Maverick.
Doesn't really do anything.
It doesn't. I don't see him starting. He's definitely going off the bench. But I think in the playoffs we're gonna see Chandler Parsons work out.
I forgot he was even on that team.
Yeah, because they got Houston in the first round, and they match up well with Houston.
The MVP of the league, James Harden, carries Houston on if they end up playing Dallas, and Dallas.
Like I said yesterday, I got Dallas in 5 or 6, whatever you remember.
Dallas has no bench.
But they don't never use their bench.
I mean, but you have to.
In a 7-game series, you're right. You might have to.
You gotta have 7. You gotta have 2 or 3 guys that you can bring in off the bench.
But just like Dwight Howard
and
always
your first guy off the bench is Charlie Villanueva.
Charlie Villanueva is a good player in this league. They also have Drew Gooden.
What league?
No, that's he.
And what league is Charlie Villanueva a good player?
In the France league. I mean, hey. It doesn't matter. I feel like they're gonna win. They're gonna win the series. Next up, you got the Clippers, Clip Dogs. They sitting at 6. They're 35-19. Yeah, the Clippers suck.
The Clippers are like a girl that's a model, but only on Instagram.
She got the fattest buns.
Instagram model.
She got the
followers.
cakes.
She got followers.
But when you see in person, you're like, what else do you have other than cakes?
And then it's like, you don't look as good as you did in your Instagram.
Like, where all that makeup that I see? Oh, that's filters? Oh, okay. Well, can you just...
That's dead.
All right, back. All right. Like, Chris Paul has always been a great point guard, but what has he done? Has he been to the Western Conference Finals yet?
No.
Has he even been winning 7? Did they go 7 games in the semifinals last year? That one year they was supposed to win it, he got ejected in that game 6 in Memphis. Was it against Memphis?
Because he knew they was about to lose, so he was like, you know what, I'm out.
Come on, Chris Paul. You can't go down as one of the greatest point guards or a top 5 point guard, and you ain't even been to the finals one time. Come on. I mean, it's just... And I like DeAndre Jordan, but he ain't going to do it. Blake Griffin. I said Chris Blake. Blake Griffin's elbow was always hurting. Really, you dunk with your hands. What your elbows doing, man? That's all you're doing.
I definitely think the Clippers get bounced in the first round.
I believe that.
I think they get bounced in the first round.
It's ridiculous, man. Like, who they got in the first round?
Whether it's Golden State.
It's Portland right now.
Portland, Memphis. All those teams, I believe, are head and shoulders better than the Clippers.
But the Clippers, I feel like they're so. One day you think they might win a series, they win 5 in a row. The next day you like they lose 2, 3 in a row, and they look so bad. Because when they lose, a lot of times this year against good teams, they look horrible.
Yeah.
You can't trust them.
No.
They're like that friend who. Well, I don't want to be friends with them. Like, yeah, you cool, man. Like, I dap you up, but bruh, one day you cool, and next day you be saying some, like, what are you talking about? That's the Clippers. They didn't take several seats, man. Several. Next up, we got San Antonio, the old team in the bunch who everyone always pegs is they never gonna make it, but then Skip always has them right there, and they always get right there. They sitting at 34-19. I feel like they're gonna move up because they one game behind the Clippers right now in the win column. I see them actually moving up past the Clippers and taking that 6th seed.
Yeah, I can definitely see them climbing up because I think you said the record was 34-19. Kawhi Leonard missed a lot of time, and I think that their record with Kawhi Leonard is pretty good. So if they can keep Kawhi healthy and they can keep Manu healthy and keep Tony Parker healthy, I think we'll definitely see the Spurs go on a run in second part of the season and be hot and be right there. You know,
I see them maybe winning 12, 13 games.
Yeah, right
into the playoffs.
Yeah,
and then going into the playoffs, winning that series against Memphis.
No, they can't beat me. They better hope to get Golden State or something because they're not gonna beat.
Well, if they move up, they might end up going against Portland.
Yeah,
and I see them beating Portland.
Yeah,
because I feel like every year Ginobili plays bad, but then he has that good game 6, that good game 5 that takes him over the hump and they win. Or Timmy D comes out and goes off with 30. And Tim Duncan gonna be not Tim Duncan. Tony Parker gonna do his thing. He always does. He got to stay healthy. I feel like he's always the X factor. Kawhi gonna do his thing. Leonard's gonna play good if he's on the court, but Tony Parker is he gets the engine started.
Yeah.
In my opinion, by passing, by hitting the easy open jump shots, the splitter has to play well.
If you had to have one or two things, if you had to dress like Tim Duncan off the court, or have hair like Patrick Beverly, which one would you choose?
I want to dress like Tim Duncan off the court. Cause I feel like
so you would want to wear jeans with the carpenter hook on the back, even though you don't have a hammer in your pocket?
I still feel like...
What's the widest leg? What's the widest fit you got on these here? I need about a 24-inch hole at the bottom of my jeans. If I can see any part of my shoe at the bottom of my jeans.
Them used to be hot. When we was younger, when we was little... And your parents bought you jeans. They bought the ones with the hook on. They was like the Lee Dungarees.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a pair.
I had at least 2 pair of moms. We was going to she wasn't going to JCPenney. We was going to Burlington, bruh. We was going to Big Lots to buy clothes.
Big Lots.
So I wasn't in no position.
Big Lots?
Yeah, it's like Walmart now.
I didn't know that.
I wasn't in no position to say I don't want them jeans. If I said that, that ain't what. I wore Everlast shoes, bruh. Anybody knows I was not picky, bruh. Your boy, we would go to Burlington Coat Factory, and my sister and my brother who's younger than me, they'll get like the new shoes or whatever for school, like the nice looking shoes. And I was like, Mom, you ain't got to give me those nice. Just give me some Everlast. I'm cool. Cause I'm not gonna be picky. What Mom's hustle? She was out here working, so I wore Everlast to school.
I respect it.
Was it Saudi? I wore State Property to school.
Hey, State Property used to be hot.
High school, I didn't care.
Oh, never mind.
I had my State Property joints on, the ones that look like Tim's. Anybody went to St. Joe's, you remember? That was a bad day. That day. Shout out St. Joe's though. VA.
Joe's.
All right, last but not least, we're gonna round it out. Who we got in AC? Phoenix. The team right now with all this drama going on.
Yeah, they're not making playoffs.
You don't think so?
No. Especially if they trade Dragic. Unless they get, I don't even know. They would have to get an all-star caliber player to even consider it. OKC is getting that spot. Somebody has to fall out of the race, right?
I'm glad you said that.
Somebody has to fall out of the race.
You know why they're going to get that spot? Russell Westbrook is going to go bananas in the second half of the season. You know why? because he finally got the respect he deserved All-Star Weekend. That game when he went off for 47, he's like,
it was 41.
He's like, I'm back. It was 41.
It's 41.
And you put a 4 in front of any number in the All-Star game and it's good. I don't care. He could have 40 instead of 4. Russell Westbrook is going to take the second half over. Him and KD, they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to go to state first round. It's going to be a 6-game series. Russell is going to be MVP of that series.
They don't have MVP of series.
I know they don't, but I know. You ain't got to tell me that. Russell Westbrook, watch out for my boy, because AD's out. AD's hurt.
Yeah, they're not making it. The Pelicans aren't.
I really want the Pelicans to get there, but I feel like they're the better team. They're scared in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna be scared. Any team, Golden State,
they can beat anybody.
They
could beat anybody. Yes. Any of those teams, they could beat any of them.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, AD. This ain't your year, man. Maybe you still not still in his rookie contract, ain't he? They gonna
man.
He's his third year.
Got the brow thing going.
Yeah, you need to cut that, bro. I had a unibrow once. I don't have it no more. It's not cool. I mean, yeah, you got bread, so people ain't making fun of you. I'm making fun of you. It's like you got an eagle on your head. This is Anthony Davis. And then you move it, and it moves like, sit down somewhere, bro. Cut it off. You got a hat on all the time. You got a hat on with the brow shit across. It's not cool, man. Trying to be different. You 6'10", you already different.
Why you going there, bro?
Cause when he first got league, he was like, I thought about cutting it, but then it's unique. No, it's stupid. Unibrow. It's like me having 6 fingers, and I'm like, I want to be interesting. No, I look dumb. Hey guys. I'm sorry. Hey, dude, do your thing, man. You're a really good player. Hope one day you might win MVP, but mother gonna get his first. All right, man. We really appreciate y'all watching the pod today. Follow me on Instagram, Mr. __Hemingway. He don't have Instagram. Follow me on Snapchat at Gabe Him. Drop me a video or something. Let me know what you think. Go hit the YouTube channel up, Gabriel Hemingway. 1 M in the Hemingway. And for people that can't spell Gabriel, it's Gabriel. Because I didn't got asked it like 7 times today. Really, dude? Really? You can't spell Gabriel? Come on, man. It's outrageous. But yeah, appreciate everybody showing love. If you interested in maybe being on the show, DM me on Instagram. We got a contest coming up next week. We're going to have it's going to be really interesting. Just DM me if you interested. We'll see y'all later.
With my woes.
We out. I hit the button. No.